Hey you guys, so I had to do this quick little video because I really wanted to share this really important message that just kind of really came up per a conversation that I was having today. And it was a really dope conversation. I was speaking with this guy who's very like-minded, very deeply rooted and embedded into spirituality like me. We just connected on this app, and the app is called Owwll. Owwll. And the app is really great, and it's used for being able to network and just kind of build up your resources amongst people and make connections, as well as it's a really great way to make money. And I just got on there and I'm making my connections, and I ended up connecting with this guy, and we are just like sharing like-minded, you know, experiences and our journeys and our path. And we ended up segueing into a conversation about boundaries. And if you've been following me just briefly or for a period of time, or if you know me personally, you know that I am an advocate for boundaries. Like, boundaries is the caveat of my conversations when I speak with people. And so as we're conversing with one another and we're digging in, I shared with him just experience of when I was a kid. I've always had boundaries from a very, very young age. We're talking 5, 6, 7, 8 years of 8 years old. And I know a lot of people is just like, that's really young to even have boundaries or to even know what they are or to even be able to implement them. Yeah, I was a very self-aware kid. I really was. And I had boundaries. I did not care who you were, what your age range or age group is. My boundaries were what they were, and you crossed them, you pretty much caught flack from me. And I'm saying that in a nice way. But to be very frank, I would pretty much put anybody who was anyone in their place. And it was considered very rude, very disrespectful. But that was never the intention, to be transparent, to be truthful. But a lot of the adults had a very hard time. They struggled with me growing up and not knowing, not understanding the type of child that I was, and just having the level of self-awareness that I had, and being able to just implement the boundaries that I did. They just could not understand me for the life of them. And so I'm sharing this because those who are listening, parent or adult raising children on behalf of another, I do truly and genuinely want to implore y'all, because I'm advocating for my babies now. You are a guiding light and a light shining upon their path. You are not the overlord of their lives. You do not tell them who they are or what they will be. You simply are a support system, because these kids come already prepared with the tools for life. It is our duty, is our job to help them cultivate all of that, help them to utilize those tools effectively for the dimension that they are in, being here in this existence here on earth. So when we get these children and we just automatically assume that they don't have these personalities and this natural self-awareness of themselves and boundaries, that's a huge problem. Because what typically happens is that you're assuming they don't have a sense of self. And in certain areas, in certain cases, that may be true. But a lot of times these kids have somewhat of understanding already of who they are. And when we trample on their inner being And when we try to dictate how they navigate and function and flow with things, we are teaching them to wear a mask. We're stripping them of their autonomy. That's not okay. That's not okay in the least bit. And then when they lash out, we consider it rude or wrong or disrespectful, when all they're simply trying to do is express, hey, you're crossing a line here, and it's not okay, because this area is a sensitive area for me, and I'm letting you be in awareness of it to the best of my ability, but you keep habitually line stepping. And now I gotta tell you, stop. And just because you're an adult does not mean that you can't and should not listen to a child when a child says stop. When they express a discomfort, as adults, as parents, as overseers for children, we do not listen to them at all. And we don't do it very well. And that's something that has got to stop, because think about when you were a kid and the different things that you experienced that you did not like nor appreciate it, and you expressed something and you were completely dismissed, ignored, overshadowed, overlooked, just completely like tossed to the wayside, like your words and your voice didn't mean shit. Imagine how you felt. Now think about the child that you have now and how they feel you do that to them. Respect the boundaries at every age level, and cultivate it, appreciate it. And if it's a weak area for that child and or for you, work together to healthily communicate and comprehend through these things. I guarantee you guys, it will help alleviate the discomfort and the disappointment that we all are experiencing, seeing with the way the world is turning and going between family members, children and parents, men and women, relationships, like all of it. It all starts right here, right now.